What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Commoner YouTube channel. Here we go. It is here. Alan Wake 2. I'm already pumped. This is literally the first thing I'm looking at right now. We just got to the main menu. We got the desk, the typewriter, the light, the chair. The chair that Alan Wake's ass was likely just in, God only knows how many moments ago. We just beat Alan Wake Remastered. Most of the videos are on the channel right now. We're going to get those last couple edited and uploaded here in the next day or so. We wanted to immediately jump into Alan Wake 2, and I'm pumped. What else is there to say? The first game came out in 2010, remaster in 2021. There's been some DLC side chapters in between. But the big day's here. It's getting amazing, phenomenal reviews everywhere. What else is there to say other than let's go?
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Wow. This is quite the start. Wow, just real quick. Absolutely amazing. Gorgeous. And very, very dark at the same time. Dark, I say that in the best way possible. This is eerie. Started off here in quality mode. I wean in back and forth between quality and performance. We'll start on quality. It's the default that they got the game on.
Can you hear me? Oh, where'd he gone?
Oh boy, this is oh, this is so creepy. Oh man, this is like the darkest of forests. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. not sound good. Oh, I can sprint. Okay. You don't have to tell me twice. Buddy, I'm sorry you ended up here, but you got screwed. I think we'll avoid that route if I can. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go this way. Oh, this sucks. What an intro. That was awesome. Jesus.
Hey, kiddo.
I feel like you're looking at
How
a
are
movie.
you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Welcome back.
To get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map. Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Wow, this is
I should take
absolutely
a look at that map.
stunning, beautiful. It just wow. I mean, especially when you just get done playing Alan Wake for the first time and you go straight into Alan Wake 2, pretty remarkable.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now.
Thornton. Remember that name?
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Sheriff Breaker.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some, organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. I need to think through the facts of the case. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Alright, the case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. That's pretty cool. You can use right to move around. You are now free to navigate the case board, or leave by pressing circle. Alright, so there's the file. Cauldron Lake. Oh yeah, zoom in, you dummy. Murders, the Cauldron Lake murders. Victims. Alright, let's take a look at this. Wow. Still getting used to this, huh? The victim was reported missing in 2010, discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound, found in Cauldron Lake in 2018. State of the body does not match 8 years in the lake. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos found 2 weeks ago. Ah, that's our naked man. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. How did he end up in that lake in the first place? I guess it's the big question here. Murder method. Slight difference in murders. Bloating only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Bruising on the wrists and legs. Deep gash in the chest. Heart missing. All bodies experienced bloating. Bloating of the corpse is indicative of drowning, but only one victim was found in water. Most recent victim died of a major chest trauma consistent with the 2018 victim. Hard to confirm. Okay. Strapped or belted down. Killer profile. Talk to someone. Victim number 3 was covered in illegible tattoos. A message from the killer, maybe were their art. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. The murder targets have no discernible common traits. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Okay. Get to the crime scene. Cases. Nothing. Ah, the map. The witch's hut.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
What's this called again? Her case board. Okay. I just wanted to check that out again. Her case board. We'll get more into that, I'm sure. We only have a few things there to start. I imagine once we get more into the game here,
Hey,
that's
Casey.
going to be
You putting me in charge.
pretty important.
Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Ah, Mirror Peak, our old buddy. Just think of her old pal Mott when I think of Mirror Peak and how just plain rude it was to switch up the meeting spot from the coal mine to Mirror Peak, and how far I had to travel to get there.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
What a grumpy bastard this Casey is. I'm sure there's something back here that might be worth taking a look at. Aha.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Never mind, it's just the sun shining on the ground. There's got to be something to pick up. Let's take a look here. What do we got here? It's not catching her eye. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, this Casey, I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as the guy that would tell the younger agent that...
Anderson.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Hold on. Yeah, he just doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that
I'll be
would...
back in a second.
Roger.
That would give her all the kudos and giving her the lead on the investigation here, and also admitting that she's the better detective than he is. It just doesn't, his personality doesn't yield that kind of
I have things to do. And this is not the right way.
behavior. Okay. I'd like to go back up and take a look. You just never know what's up there, especially in a game like this where it's going to be very important to pick up clues and take that back to our case board.
Good to see you still in one piece.
Try to
Anderson.
piece this
Force
together.
can be a dangerous place.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Random ass phone booth. Take a look down here real
I think
quick.
I saw something.
Think
It'll
we
only
wanna-
take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Eagle Eye Anderson.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
What did you see? What's this? Oh. Witch's hut. Great.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Oh, there he is. I was about to get lost. I guess I should link up with him.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Ah,
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll
I'm
show
sure
you.
you'll be the one to do it.
So,
Use circle to activate Saga's flashlight.
Killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Collect evidence, I guess. Picture. Pause the game. Ah, okay. Good to know. Hunters out after dark. Poachers heard some gunshots, not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out there. Okay. Well, wait, do we want to... Can we collect that? Guess not. Ah, Bright Falls Deer Fest. Can't miss it. Okay. Well, that's it for this building. The general store. Doesn't look like it's in operation. All right, boys. Let's move on. Casey looks like he barely has a pulse. I believe that is Sam Lake that is voicing him, and it certainly is his appearance. I can't comment on his personality. Let's go check this out real quick. Something blinking in the distance. Let's go take a look. Interesting place to camp. Nothing to gather here. Go look here. Allows Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected with X and placed on a caseboard. Okay. Cauldron Lake murder scene.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Okay. Okay, consistent with previous killings. Same. Oh. What am I doing here? I guess I want to put it down. Drop it. What? Up. I gotta place it somewhere?
Right.
There we go. Okay.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked the deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. You can check the updated goals by pressing triangle. Alright, still investigate the crime scene, learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. Okay. Talk to someone. Find evidence. You got it. I think we grabbed another piece of evidence, did we not? Clue? Heavy blood splatter on the table. Where do we want to put it? I guess up here. The victim. No? They really made a mess here, caught up in the act, or just sloppy work. Okay.
And for the murder to happen here? Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
It's interesting because those people really resembled Taken from the first Alan Wake game, but when it comes down to it, I mean, why would a tripod be there? They seemed very human still. More human-y, less shadowy. If you know what I mean. The alive kind. Not the kind that we fought all the way through Alan Wake.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Taken and Alan Wake did not drink beer either. So, very much human. Cooler and beer bottles left nearby. For later. Okay. Oh, okay. That's for me. I can't use that yet, I guess. The killer didn't write for later on a tag. All right. Let's talk. I don't think we met Thornton in Alan Wake 1. He just was always over the radio. Or they referenced him, at least. Thornton, nice to put a face with a name.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came
What?
to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since.
Seriously.
Until now.
Nightingale. Robert
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Is it a fair question to ask? Was Nightingale actually employed by the FBI when we met him in Alan Wake? There's that part at the end when Sheriff Breaker wants to talk to his supervisory agent because he's just completely off the deep end and unhinged and just very quick to pull the gun out. He was drinking. and he would not give her his supervisor's information, and before we knew, then he was sucked away into the darkness. So I don't know, maybe he was posing as an agent. He never explained why he was there.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
He's been in Cauldron Lake, I guess. I don't know.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. Okay.
Makes sense. Premeditated or spontaneous, hard to say. Were they just having fun out there and someone stumbled upon them, or were they waiting to do this? Doesn't seem very organized to just sit out there in the middle of the woods with a bunch of beer and just wait for someone to stumble upon you. It seems more spontaneous.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Well, what do I know? I'm not an FBI agent.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Alright, we're about to profile this guy.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Well, we know who was in the lake at the end of Alan Wake. Try saying that 3 times fast. I'm sure our good buddy A.W. had some fun with this dude in the lake, after how much he tormented him throughout the whole game.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Wake wanted to send him packing. He sent him out of the lake to his death. I can feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now after 13 years? Where has he been? It's a good question. I don't know. What's under the lake? Alright, what do we think here?
This mug always cheers me up.
Ah, okay.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Let's see what this is all about. Oh.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation. Nice talking to you, too.
Okay, well, there's your answer. All right. That's a little interesting, no?
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
A witch with no heart.
Huh.
A strange echo of owl murder.
The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but drop ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes. Wow. That is creepy.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Do you want to take it? Can we take it? Is that an option?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense. Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson.
Well, I'm glad you finally decided to join us,
A
Casey.
page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
We got a profile, so we gotta go back to here. Alright, let's check this out. This is cool. I like this a lot. This whole mind place, profiling, the case board. This is something we didn't see in Alan Wake 1. It's really just straight up being a detective. I don't know why I'm getting like, if I'm pulling something from my past gaming experience, Heavy Rain with the FBI agent in Heavy Rain, something similar to that. Maybe obviously this being a little bit more evolved. I like it.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
There's more going on here than I'm seeing. I need to examine his body properly back in town. Reading the words, these words felt like a message someone playing a game with them.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I'm really liking Agent Anderson. She's awesome. You can tell, like, this job, she was just made for this job. To dig, to investigate. And can I also add that she also brings some integrity and character back to the Bureau after one Special Agent Robert Nightingale did everything in his power to besmirch the badge back in Alan Wake 1. Yeah, I'm liking Anderson a lot. I don't doubt it.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it.
Where the hell am I
I
at?
used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano. for the
There,
science
okay.
fair.
There he is. I'm gonna say, he's easy to get turned around here.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deer
Huh.
Fest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Sheriff Breakers? Wait. Sheriff Breaker was a girl in Alan Wake 1. I don't know what happened.
Thanks. Drive to Bright Falls and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Oh, best cup of coffee in town. The Oh Dear Diner. Ask for Rose. Where's the map at? Where's this shortcut? Alright, that's where we're at. We definitely don't want to go back down in there. There's the parking lot. It's got to be right here. So we're going to go... Well, yeah, there's that buzzer that weren't allowed to go up. Okay, let's head that way. They're not giving us a map up in our... Oh, there it is, right there. No map, like on the screen. So I guess we got to pull up our actual map, which is pretty cool.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Actually, this is the way we're gonna go. Love that Thornton couldn't just walk over here and unlock it and just take his key back.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Something tells me you're not gonna have the time to do that.
Exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. What do we got up here? Something.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Alright, we'll take a look at that when we get back in town. Let's get back to the car.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
This will be interesting to see what Bright Falls looks like here. Everything's been so impressive so far with just the graphics and the visuals. Just being able to control the character, it's awesome. Bright Falls will be cool.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
All right, to Bright Falls. This might throw us in a cutscene. So this is actually where I'm going to end this first video. Wow, again, very much just like a little tutorial here. That little prologue at the beginning, which we now find out is Special Agent Nightingale, who was quite the rogue bastard back in Alan Wake 1. He is now dead. He is just lying on a table, apparently the victim of a ritualistic killing. Very similar to other killings in the past. Do we have a serial killer here? We know that whenever he died, there was multiple people there. Is this like a group thing? I don't know. What was he doing crawling out of the lake? We know when we ended Alan Wake 1 that that's where Wake ended up. And it appears he's still writing away, and the things that he's writing are apparently coming to real life here in Bright Falls, which is making this all the more interesting that he apparently, it would seem, have Nightingale, the guy that tormented him so much in the first game, I don't know, incarcerated under Cauldron Lake only to release him to his death. Wow. But again, everything's phenomenal. The mind space, the case board, the profiling, everything that Agent Anderson here has at her disposal to work these cases is so cool. what an upgrade. It's just, you really feel like you're solving the case with her. Um, yeah, and again, the game's beautiful, right? As expected, you go from 2010 to 2013. Wow, the difference you see, it's absolutely gorgeous. And we haven't seen anything yet, I feel like, right? Just wait till we get back to Bright Falls. So that's where we will pick up the second video. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.